Okay. Okay, there we go. All right, so yeah, this is the first live stream that I've been able to do on this channel, so here we go. Yeah, doesn't seem like I have any viewers yet, but I'm just going to treat this like a normal video, so people might show up or not, I don't know. So I'm just going to do the message like normal. So yeah, welcome to the Cup Night channel. My name is Shane, and today I'm going to bring you a message connecting to the energy of Venus. And I have Stellarium pulled up here. This is the position of the planets in the sky as they are in this moment of time from what we can observe with our eyes, with telescopes, scientific instruments, things like that. So the sun is kind of at the end of Scorpio right now, heading into 𝕆𝐴𝐴𝐵𝐾𝐻, where Mars is right now in this leg. And Venus is in Scorpio. Mercury's in Libra. So yeah, Venus in Scorpio. We got some earth and water, Venus being earth, Scorpio being water. This is like, Venus is like love, passion, beauty, harmony, things like that. And Scorpio is all about transformation and the depths of things. A fixed water sign. So there could be a transformation in the way that you express your love, or the way that you see beauty in things. Yeah, things like that. We definitely have, on the pre-shuffle, I got the Page of Cups, so more water energy, and yeah, possibility, right? The possibilities. Look at that full moon behind the page there. We just had a full moon yesterday. It's still pretty full. I actually looked at it right before I started this broadcast, and yeah, it was very orange and full and beautiful, right over the horizon in the mountains. Yeah, and so there is this energy of like awe. We have agape for the archetype on the pre-shuffle. So this is, you can see there's like fireworks, there's candles. I've got a candle here with me. This really cool candle holder that I found in this house. So I got this off to the side, but you can see that coming through again. But yeah, there is this appreciation for things and possibilities and opportunities, and right, the cycles that we go through, the commitments that we make, the ring, the connections that we make, the bridge. Before I go any further in the cards, let's get a look at the true sky chart. This uses the actual size of the constellations as they are in the sky. So right now, as we saw, Venus, the Venus glyph is right here in Scorpio, over this way. Yeah, over here. In the 6th house, you can see the little green ticker there. There's a lot going on in this sector of the chart right now. But yeah, 6th house is all about health and service to others. So yeah, transformation in maybe a healthy ways of expressing your love by the way that you show up for others, the things that you do for other people, things of that nature. Service, right? Yeah, okay. Let's get, I love to start these readings off with a saying because these are always surprising. Like, I like them. They've been good so far. So Spirit, please give us the most appropriate saying for the message trying to come through today. Thank you. Where there's smoke, there's fire. Ooh, interesting. Wait, my boyfriend and I got a free trial of Peacock, the streaming service. And I didn't know, but I guess they made like a continuation of The Office called The Paper. I had no idea that was even happening, but yeah, we watched a couple episodes, and there's this interesting scene in the beginning, in the very first episode, where there's a building on fire in the background, and you know, this lady, her name's Esmeralda, actually, pretty name, but she runs the paper in the very beginning of the show, and she's completely oblivious to this building on fire in the background, and she's talking about how the paper is aware of all the biggest news stories in the area, and there's like literally a building burning down in the background and smoke pouring out of it, and she's just completely oblivious to it. And the film crew is like zooming in on it while she's talking. It's, yeah, it was pretty funny. But yeah, so that made me think of that. It's like, it's almost like maybe you are aware of a fire and you're seeing the smoke and it's very obvious to you, but somebody around you is not so in the know. Yeah, that's interesting. Let's go a little deeper, and I like to get a figure too. So let's see what random figure comes up for this. Ooh. Wow, this is the first one I've seen that's not just like a shadow or a silhouette. It's a phone. Communication. Shock and awe. Anything is possible. I have a feeling this message is about a big development that you are going to. It's surprising, right? The Page of Cups to me is an energy of someone bringing surprising, like a surprising news. It's very emotional, right? But it's, I mean, look at that little fish in the cup there. It's like something unexpected. And this paired with that saying, where there's smoke, there's fire, it's like, you know, the signs are there, but it's like someone is now telling you, hey, there's a fire here. Or they're calling you, they're texting you, leaving you a message. Like, oh my gosh, you know, agape. Look at this, there's fireworks. And once again, that in the center of this card there, down the middle, there's fireworks and candles, flames, burst of energy. Interesting. All right, so let's get a couple of archetypes and see what wants to come through here. What are we being alerted of? What is this fire? Okay. Just gonna get 3 of these and then see what's on the bottom. The dead end. All right, so something is closing out. We've got the number 40 coming through here. Yeah, the dead end. Something is coming to an end. It can't go on anymore. Can't go on anymore. The judge, yeah. Yeah, this is like... I'm being drawn to this hand over here because it goes along with this dead end hand. It's like, stop. You know, go no further. You know, this fire can't continue to burn anymore. That's kind of what I'm getting here. What else we got? The shapeshifter. A changing situation. Got the number 15 there. And finally, the lover. Expression. Usually this is about self-expression, sharing the love inside of you. Much like that swan is, you know, its wings are fully extended, its breast is forward, it's got that gold around its throat. It's just a very, it's almost like, it's like a burst of energy. It really does. I mean, look at how that everything's bursting forth from the center there. And it's giving me revealing energy. So those are the archetypes we're working with. Something has been judged. I'm getting like it feels fast, like a fast-moving energy, a shape-shifting situation that can no longer go on. Something that was hard to pin down, but now it's just like the fire is so big that it, it's just so obvious, right? All right, let's get some cards here. See what wants to come through. Oh, okay, we had strength pop out there. Can get a few more. Queen of Wands. There's that fire energy again. Strength too is fire energy, Leo, associated with the sign of Leo, which is a fire sign. Let's see. I am getting an alert here about the stream. Here, let me check on this really quick. Let's see. I think it's okay. Yeah, I'm gonna keep going. Okay. So we have strength in the Queen of Wands. Let's get one more. I'm hearing your intuition is on fire. As I'm shuffling these cards and looking at the Queen of Wands and strength, it's like your intuition is very strong right now. You're very confident in those nudges you've been having. Let's see. Okay, I'm just gonna draw one more. Six of Wands, victory. Yeah, more confidence, right? So strength, Queen of Wands, Six of Wands. That is like super confidence, very strong in your confidence, and even in your creative abilities. See, Four of Pentacles, stability, prosperity. Yeah. So this is interesting. It's kind of mysterious what is coming through here. I'm not really positive. Let's see. Oh, I got a viewer. Hello, welcome to the live stream. This is my first one, and you're my first live stream viewer, so thanks for being here. I'm trying to... Oh, there we go. I can see the chat now. Hello. Yeah, if you have any questions as I'm doing the reading, feel free to pop them in the chat. Otherwise, I'm just going to keep going. But so far, just to catch you up, we have a couple archetypes we're working with here. There's something about communication about a fire. Where there's smoke, there's fire. And then we had this image of a cell phone come up from random image generator here that I like to use. And then for some archetypes, we got the dead end. So something is over, something's closing out. It's been judged. Can't go on anymore. Some kind of shape-shifting situation. And the lover. Hey, yes, you can ask a question about your relationship. I have a feeling this reading is already about that. We have the lover archetype out here. And yeah, you have just asked about a relationship, so feel free. I will work it in to the message here. I'm just going to shuffle while I wait for you to type your question out. Oh, I had the Chariot just pop out. There's very strong victorious forward movement here, because I have, so far on the table we have Strength, Queen of Wands, Confidence, Six of Wands, Victory, and the Chariot, successful forward movement, Determination. So very positive energy coming out here. I'm very excited to see what your question is. Okay. Current feelings. Okay. In C, I'm assuming that means not clear situation right now. So let's see. What are the feelings from the clearance person? Oh, okay. I just had a card fall on the floor there. Hold on just a second. Oh, look at that. On the bottom, got the Lovers. Yeah. So we are definitely in the realm of relationships right now. Oh, Ten of Pentacles. I have a feeling this person sees you as very successful in some ways. Let me grab a couple more here. Okay, just gonna grab two more. We have the Three of Wands. This is generally a card of expansion, kind of expanding your horizons, maybe expanding the relationship in some way. Could also be about travel. You can see on the bottom here for this particular Three of Wands, it says voyage. So you could be traveling to see each other, you know, meeting somewhere in the middle, one coming to see the other, I'm not sure. But let's see what else. Three of Cups. Seems like it's going to be a good time when you guys are together. You can see it says revelry down here, and the Three of Cups is a very positive, happy energy. So yeah, right now you have Ten of Pentacles, Three of Wands, Three of Cups. This is all very positive. So I would say this person has very positive feelings towards you. And just based on the cards I had drawn previously, it seems like there is movement here. So once again, this idea of like either you or them coming, like traveling, or both of you maybe meeting somewhere. Oh, okay. And I just had the Sun pop out. So yeah, joy, success, clarity. She's not talking to me. Blocked situation. Well, I just had the Sun pop out, and now on the bottom we have death, transformation. And before, for the archetype, I had the shapeshifter. So it seems like the situation is changing, because death is all about transformation. If you're wanting to sort things out, I would say that you are in a good position to attempt to do so. Just based on the cards that have come out, there's not a bad one here. I can definitely see on the bottom of my archetypes deck here, I've had the Hunter. So I can see you're definitely seeking something, which obviously in this case it'd be reconnection. And again, underneath that we have Thanatos, which is all about death and transformation, just like the Death card. Interesting. I feel this is, here, I'm going to get a couple of nouns to go along with your situation. It gives a lot at first, but I'm going to just reduce it to 3. Can be her actions towards me. So because we all have free will, the actions other people will take can be a bit muddled because she could change her mind at any point, right? And we literally have the word mind coming out here. So there is this idea of thinking something over. And once again, the first word here is plane. So it's like travel, right? Traveling. But there is friction. But once again, like I said, we had the death card on the bottom. So it seems like this situation is changing in some way. I will pull some cards just to see if maybe she is heavily thinking about any actions towards you. Oh, I'm not going to take that one. Let's keep going. Okay. All right. So on the bottom we have the Emperor, which is the masculine energy of taking action, right? But the card that popped out first was the Two of Swords, which is a card of inaction, stuck in the middle. And then Six of Pentacles underneath, sharing. So it seems like at this time, the time we're doing this reading, she might be considering taking some kind of action, but she's on the fence. She's hesitant to share something. Information, this could just be having a conversation, or yeah. But it does seem like this person thinks positively of you in general. I'm going to grab you some advice, and generally I like to get some verbs for advice here, so let me do this. And we're going to reduce these. I saw hurry there initially, so I'm not really sure if there is a window of opportunity here for you or for her. But let's get just 3 and see what comes through a little bit clearer. Guarantee, peep, signal. Yeah, no, for sure. Yeah, no, this is cool. This is why I wanted to try the live stream out, because yeah, I like helping people out. So if this is helping you, then I'm good to continue. Yeah, so I did get these verbs here just for some general advice relating to this situation for you. There is something about a guarantee. I don't know if this is on your end or her end, but maybe she is expecting some kind of guarantee, or you are expecting some kind of guarantee. Peep, we have this energy of checking in, right? In which we are doing that now here. But maybe she is also curious about you, like, you know, peeping in on you if you guys are connected on social media, over the internet somehow, or share common friends or family, whatever. Know the same people is what I'm trying to say. Then that could be the situation here with Peep. And then signal, to me, this is like communication, right? I'm not really sure if, since this is advice, I would say it could be a recommendation of you attempting to reach out if you have not already done so. Just sending out a signal that you are still interested in the connection somehow. Maybe a third party. Okay, so let's see. What can we know about this third party, please, Spirit? I'm just going to draw 3 cards here to get an overview. 9 of Cups. So this is the bottom card, Satisfaction. In relating to a third party, I'm not really sure, so let's see what else came through. Page of Wands. This could be a new person, a new interest. We have the Star. And we have the Emperor. Yeah, I mean, it does seem like there may be another person in the picture with this Page of Wands. And Wands are kind of a passionate energy, and paired with the Star and the Emperor, as well as the 9 of Cups on the bottom. This could be, you know, there might be something there with this other third-party person. Yeah. So, I mean, if you're really wanting to make this a solid relationship, then all you can do is just try your best, you know? You can reach out, send a signal, right? Somehow, a call, a text, or however you guys communicate, and just kind of be honest, right? The Star, this is all about just kind of the truth, showing who you really are, authenticity. So I would say as long as you're being, you know, fully authentic with this person, then that is your best shot, right? Ultimately, it's her decision, though, because we all have free will. So, you know, she has to make up her mind. She has to be the judge. I'm going to pull some cards to see what the most likely outcome is if you are to reach out in some way to this person. Yeah, 2 of Wands. So she would have to make a decision. Right. So this is you reaching out, Page of Swords, right? Curiosity, just putting yourself out there, new communication. There is going to be a pause. This is that consideration energy again with the Hanged Man. So there may be a period where you might not hear back immediately. You know, maybe she's mulling it over. Because, and then finally we have the Page of Pentacles here with the 2 of Wands. I get you. Yeah, so you're just thinking about her, which, I mean, that is a signal, right? It does seem like here, let's see. I'm gonna pull some cards and see if she has intentions of reaching out to you or unblocking you. Came out again. Two of Swords. She's not sure. She's on the fence. Yeah. Yeah, and once again, we have the Emperor, right? She's not sure about taking action. So, that is where she is right now, in this very moment. So I'm sorry that I can't give you a more clear idea of how this might play out, but the ball is in her court, so to speak. But it does seem like there are some very positive feelings between you two, so that's a good sign. Yeah, I'm seeing that there may have been some confusion, some controversy between you two. I'm assuming this is what led to the no contact situation. But it looks like the situation may be changing with the Wheel of Fortune. This is very prominent energy, so it seems like there's going to be a big shift in the situation, for sure. Ah, timing, yes. Everybody wants to know when things are going to happen, but energy is pretty slippery. It's not so cut and dry, mainly due to the fact that us people, as conscious creators of reality, have free will. So I'm not going to be able to give you specific timing on this. Yeah. It's really all dependent on her, because this is part of her reality, right? She gets to choose when she wants to reach out or when she wants to restore connection. So I will not be able to know that. It is not written yet. The only thing I can do is look at the energy that exists currently and the energy that is at play, the larger energetic themes of the situation. But yeah, I mean, it really does seem like the situation is changing. Because I'm seeing here now, this was that blocked, the no contact, right? Dead end. It's like, stop. You know? But then we have the shapeshifter, so it does seem like this is changing in some way, and she's making up her mind. She's making a judgment. Let's get you some different advice here. I'm going to refresh these. Whisper, wash, treat. Okay, and then let's get you some tarot to go with that. So immediately, just from these words, be kind to yourself. You know, take the time to, like, obviously, if you like this person, you will think about them. So Whisper is kind of giving me this idea of, like, that connection, right? It's like, you said you could only reach her telepathically, so keep thinking of her, you know, in positive ways. There's this energy of cleansing coming through with wash. So if you are feeling bad about the situation because of the blockage or whatever, there's this need to kind of get rid of those feelings of being rejected. Like, it's okay to feel bad, because obviously it hurts when we get rejected, right? But don't dwell on it. Like, you got to cleanse that out of your energy, right? And then do something good for yourself while you're waiting to hear back from her. You know, I mean, you can wait as long as you want. Like I said, there's not really a guarantee that she will ever reach out, right? It's completely up to her. But for the meantime, this is kind of saying like it's best to take care of yourself while you're waiting. All right, let's get some cards to go along with those. Let's see. Ah, yeah, the Chariot. Determination. Yeah, positive forward movement. So I think the advice here is to don't put so much emphasis on your relationship with this person. Instead, focus on doing the things that fulfill you, right? That are not in relation to other people, like the things that make you happy, right? This idea of treat yourself, you know, and keep yourself energetically cleansed and just in a good state of mind. The Chariot is a very positive card. It's all about positive forward movement. 7 of Wands, yeah. So this is the idea of kind of energetically standing your ground, keeping your defenses up. So don't get like too mired down in feeling down about the situation. Try to keep your energy high. It's going to make you more attractive energetically too, because if you have a higher sense of self-worth, right? I mean, that's really what the 7 of Wands, the Chariot, you have double sevens here, 7-7. So this is a very like high vibration energy. That's kind of what you want to have because that's going to be more attractive. And then another 7. Wow, triple sevens here. Results. Yeah, this is what's going to get you results, is focusing on yourself and really taking care of yourself and doing things that fulfill you. That is going to send out this signal of, you know, you are a dependable, reliable, stable person, right? And that's going to be more attractive. It's a more attractive type of energy to hold. Yeah, and you're going to have to wait, right? The Hanged Man. Pause. Like I said, the ball is in her court, so you might as well just commit to making your life as best as you can for yourself while you're waiting. And don't get too hung up on this either. You know, you can wait for as long as you want because you have free will. You can do whatever you want, but, you know, maybe if she never reaches out after a certain period of time, how long that certain period of time is up to you, but you might have to just move on after that, you know? You don't want to get stuck. I'm kind of very impressed that you had triple sevens come out. That's like very lucky energy, right? That's crazy. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, life would be much simpler if we could just kind of have the answers and know what other people are gonna do. But yeah, it's not that simple. But it's more fulfilling, right? Because we do have the option always to change our minds about anything. Every one of us, and that creates these difficult situations sometimes. But all we can do is just be the best version of ourselves that we can be and see what happens. Yes. Stability, transformation, 444, 555. Yeah. Yeah, thanks for coming in the chat and interacting with me. This has been fun. This is my first time doing a live stream on this channel, like I said, so you have the honors. if you have any other questions, I'd be happy to look into that too. Otherwise, I think I might wrap this up because, yeah, your question, it ran perfectly with the message I was already pulling through before you showed up. So it's awesome. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I feel a connection here too, for sure. Let's see. Ooh, yeah. Yeah, so I wouldn't be opposed to potentially chatting online, like we are now. Meeting in person, I don't know. That just depends on a bunch of things, right? But yeah, I am open to chatting if you're interested. I've got my email for the channel in all the video descriptions, so you can reach me through there. Comments on the videos, stuff like that. Yeah. Definitely, I just refreshed this figure, and the fact that a crow is showing up is really significant for me because I've been seeing crows everywhere lately in large groups. And yeah, they're messengers from the other side, right? I think all birds are, but crows are extra mystical, in my opinion. Yeah, I can check on the career for you if you like. Yeah. Do you have any specific questions about it? I'll give the cards a shuffle while I wait for your reply. Physical exam and driving tests for police department. Okay, yeah, so we'll see what the most likely outcome is for that. I actually had some cards fall out already here, so. Okay, so on the bottom, we have the world fulfillment. So it seems like, I mean, this is a positive message already to me. There is completion here, whatever that means for you in relation to that exam and driving test. Let's see, we had Six of Pentacles, sharing. We have the Devil. And Ten of Cups. Okay. Yeah, so in this case, I would say it looks like a positive outcome for you for this physical exam and driving test. There's definitely some hard work associated with it, with the Devil, right? Devil is not always a negative card. It's especially with the Six of Pentacles and Ten of Cups. It's a very positive aspect of the devil. So it seems like you're putting a lot of effort forward into this exam and test. But it looks like it's going to have a really good outcome, yeah. Yeah, and so we have the Lovers underneath the World. So if this is dependent upon you getting a job, it seems like there is a commitment. You can see the Lovers as commitment on the bottom. It's not always about relationships. It's just about contracts and commitment to things, right? So like a job, for example. And then the Four of Pentacles underneath that, stability. So yeah, it's looking very good for you. Let's get another figure related to this question. Ooh, giraffe. Oh, this is cool. Yeah, so giraffe to me is always about like a higher perspective because, you know, obviously their heads are way up there, right? Yeah, about getting a government job. Yeah. Okay, yeah, so I would say you have a very good perspective on this situation related to your career, and the energy is looking very good. And it seems like you've put in the work, right? The devil in the world, there's fulfillment here. And there is going to be some kind of offer of a contract or commitment, for sure. Let's see. Let's get some verbs here. Poke, soak, borrow. This as advice? I'm not really sure. Poke, this could be about probing, so maybe there are some questions you have related to the job, and this is kind of encouraging you should poke a little bit and dig a little deeper about the specifics if you have any lingering questions. Soak is making me think like kind of just like soaking in the information, really paying attention to the details. And then borrow. I'm not really sure about this one. There may be something specific in your circumstances where you are needing to borrow something related to this. Yeah, I'm not really sure about this one. But regardless, it looks very good. Looks like you're gonna have a nice outcome for this job. Yeah, I wish you the best too. But I think you're going to be pleasantly surprised. It's looking very good. Ooh. Ooh, you know what? I do have some oracle cards here as well. So let me pull you one of these just for additional advice. Forgot I had shuffled these for this reading too. This one is the Mushroom Spirit Oracle. Alright, let's see. So we got Lion's Mane, Calm. Number 5. So here, I'll read you the description for that. Lion's mane mushrooms are beautiful white roundish fungi with a shaggy or hairy appearance, both edible and medicinal. Here you go, so you can see it. Lion's mane offers a wide array of benefits, including improving cognitive and heart health, reducing inflammation, improving the immune system, and restoring the nervous system. The doctrine of signatures is strong with this one. The mane of lion's mane looks like the many fibers of the nervous system. Your cognitive function and nervous system are intrinsically linked. When you are under stress, both are affected. When one is calmed, so is the other. It is hard to operate at your peak mentally and physically when you are under chronic stress. You may find things harder to do, and you are more likely to make mistakes since your body is in fight or flight mode. If you are to make more grounded decisions and perform tasks more effectively, you need to calm your nervous system and take care of yourself. When your body says it is tired, it means it needs rest or nutrition, not caffeine and sugar. If you keep adding stimulants, you keep yourself on edge and in fight or flight mode. When you listen to your body and what it needs, you can then understand why you have the highs and lows and why you need to look after your nervous system. Where do you hold your tension? Why do you hold your tension? What are your triggers, and what do you do to eliminate or help your body out of stress mode? If you are to have a healthy mindset, it is important to look after the nutrition you feed it, the lifestyle you live, and the practices you incorporate. Sustainability is all about pace. Remember the tortoise and the hare. Be the tortoise and pace yourself. Slow and steady wins the race. Don't burn yourself out. Yeah, so that kind of goes with the advice we had earlier about just really focusing on yourself and taking care of yourself, treating yourself nicely. Especially before a big exam and a test. You want to really calm yourself, right? Yeah, calm. So one thing I can tell you, in relation to this other person, the message is not going to be clear on if you guys are going to end up together or not, because she is, right now, she's in a decision energy. She's at a choke point, essentially, so she can choose this path, any number of paths ahead of her, right? And that will change this reality, right? It will, whatever her choice is, will affect all of reality, because we are all intimately linked together. So every choice we make affects everyone else in this crazy branching way. So I could draw some cards about your potential to be married eventually, right? Okay, we got one. Let's see. 7 of Wands on the bottom. So once again, this idea of keeping your defenses strong, keeping your energy high, right? And then, oh yeah, 10 of Wands. So this is all about responsibility, taking responsibility for your actions, seeing something to the end, really committing to something. And then we have the 5 of Pentacles and the 10 of Pentacles paired together. So you have 2 10s here. The 10 of Wands, the 10 of Pentacles. There's always going to be, yeah, like you're saying, anything can happen based on your choice. That's true. Yes, it will change everything. But with the 5 of Pentacles showing up here, this is giving me this idea that maybe you have, you know, we all feel this way sometimes, but kind of like feeling abandoned, or, you know, with being blocked especially, you can really feel that way for sure. So that's the 5 of Pentacles energy coming out here. But I mean, right after it is the 10, right? And this is like, you know, the family card, right? This is the marriage, happy ever after life, like a wealthy, stable life with people that you love. So What I'm seeing here is as long as you're willing to stay committed to this idea of finding your person, seeing it all the way through, right? 10 of Wands, taking responsibility for this desire to find your person, then yeah, it'll happen. It'll happen for you. Now, who that is and their characteristics and everything like that, I don't know. There's a lot of fish in the sea. There's a lot of energy out there when it comes to people. I would not get a clear message about that. I can already tell you that. Let's see. Yeah. So that is always a possibility that, you know, you move on, you find somebody else, and then she comes back around. Yeah. Yeah, it's not easy. Yeah, that's with any relationship we have in life, that's always a potential. If somebody blocks you, cuts you out of their life, or you cut someone out of your life, they could potentially come back in the future and try to reestablish a connection, and that could be very difficult. But you don't, you know, this is that, like, you don't know until you try kind of a situation. Like, you may end up finding someone who is beyond your wildest dreams. You know, if you decide to wait around, yeah. So, you know, oaths are very personal things, and if you take that oath to be like dead set forever, eternity, there is no going back, then that is your personal conviction, right? So if you choose to live life that way, that's your choice. You can do that. But at some point, you have to ask yourself, is this good for me? You know, is this oath good for me? Obviously, if she reaches out to you again and you're both still interested in the relationship, then yeah, then that oath is still fantastic, right? But if she never reaches out to you again and you stay, you know, there's a block between you, then how long are you willing to wait? Yeah. Yeah, so once again, that's completely up to you. If you take that oath, you know, gravely serious, then, you know, then that's yours. Oh, hello. Hey, we got someone else in the chat. Welcome. This is my my first live stream on this channel, so welcome to the first Cup Night live stream. Right now, I've just been chatting with I don't really know how to pronounce your username, 𝕃𝕚𝕚𝕚𝕚 So yeah, so welcome. If you have any questions, I'd be glad to pull some cards for you just to see. I might have to. I can go maybe about 30 more minutes, and then I'll be out of here. But yeah, go ahead if you have a question. Feel free, and I'll pull some cards for you. go ahead and shuffle while I'm waiting. Whoa. Okay, sure. So yeah, you're wanting to know kind of how the energy of your life is shifting. Okay. Yeah, we can take a look at that. Okay, so I'm actually going to start with one of these oracle cards. It's the Tree of Life Oracle by David Wells. These cards are very beautiful. I love them. So let's see here. All right, this keeps coming up from everybody today, the lovers. The 17th path. Yeah, so humor, choices, intelligence. Yeah, as it says on the bottom of this card, this is a Gemini card, right? It's associated with the sign of Gemini. So it's all about decisions, contracts, commitments. So it seems like right now, oh, and then we have the 27th path, the tower on the bottom. Courage, faith, fighting spirit. I love this tower card with the dragon and all the lightning. Yeah, so there's definitely huge changes, like huge foundational changes taking place in your life right now, and it has to do with the things that you are committed to, the choices that you have made, right? As most things do, but this could be a relationship. It doesn't have to be. I did already draw some cards here. Knight of Wands ended up being on the bottom, force of nature. So this is like passionate forward movement. So it does seem like you have a lot of steam to go forward through these changes. You have some decisions to make, Two of Wands. So this is planning, looking out at the world, kind of assessing where you are and where you're headed, right? We have the Knight of Pentacles. So this is someone coming towards you. Slow and steady movement, potentially with an opportunity for you. But yeah, the Knight of Pentacles is a very slow-moving energy. It's the slowest knight of all of them, so this might be something that could take a minute to come in. And then Nine of Cups. It seems like whatever this is going to be satisfying. You're going to be very self-assured and fulfilled. Some people call the Nine of Cups the wish fulfillment card. So if you've been like hoping, dreaming for something, it seems like this is heading towards you. But you got to give it time. In the meantime, the emphasis seems to be on the choices that you can make right now. And obviously we want to make, good choices for ourselves, take care of ourselves, raise our energy, right? Eat well, keep our bodies healthy, those kinds of things. Let me get some verbs for you real quick for advice here. Vanish, trick, communicate. Oh yeah, so once again, this idea of like communication, right? Intelligence. Gemini energy again. It seems like something disappeared from your life recently, or it's going to, if it has not already. There was some kind of trickster energy associated with this, but this is fundamentally changing once again with the Tower. Just parted ways with a partner with whom I imagined so many things, but all shattered because maybe I was so in my head. Yeah. Yeah, so that explains vanish, right? Somebody has left. Seems like the situation may have been tricky, or perhaps the ability to communicate between you two was tricky, right? Things were not always clear, and I'm seeing that definitely with the moon underneath the Tower. So these coming through as advice is it's tricky, right? I'm not sure if you're interested in potentially trying to reconnect with this person, but it may be difficult, is what I'm seeing here. But it does seem like, you know, somebody is bringing something towards you. Yeah, I'm sorry to hear about that. Yeah, relationships are very tricky for sure. And it seems like the energy today is all about relationships. So, is there anything else you'd like to know regarding the situation? I am seeing this willingness on your part to move forward with the Knight of Wands, but I'm not sure if it's at an attempt to reestablish connection or to just move on. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Well, at least you're thinking about not falling back into your old family patterns. And sometimes, you know, people are only in our life for a season. They come to teach us things and then they go. Sometimes they come back, sometimes they don't, you know, and we just have to accept that because we can't control other people, right? They have their own free will. They can do whatever they want. So, but it is good that this person helped you, and you can carry that with you. You can carry that forward with you. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. I had a Two of Swords pop out when I was shuffling, thinking about your career situation. So yeah, definitely being stuck about this, having to make a decision about your moves in this career field, for sure. Yeah, I can pull some cards about the Knight of Pentacles. Let's see. So this person is going to bring you some kind of inspiration, some kind of surge of new energy with the Ace of Wands. So that's a very good sign here. We have the Two of Pentacles. They're going to bring some kind of balance back into your life. Three of Cups. It's going to be a good meeting, you and this person. There's going to be a cause for celebration. Two of Cups, yeah. Three of Cups, Two of Cups, unity, yeah. So this potentially could be a new relationship. It doesn't necessarily have to be romantic, but it could be. Seems like it has the potential to be with the Two and Three of Cups together. But either way, they are bringing in some kind of offer. I don't know if this is related to a career or just a love offer. I'm actually thinking it could be related to love with the Ace of Wands. The Wands are very passionate cards. Let's see, what kind of offer? Is this a romantic offer? Yep. Yeah. It's just a part of life. People come and they teach us things and then they go sometimes. And there's, we can't stop them, but we can be grateful for the things that they did teach us and carry those forward to new relationships, right? All right, I'm curious to see if this is like a romantic thing here. Seven of Pentacles. Results. I'm feeling a heavy emphasis on career-related things here, especially with Seven of Pentacles coming out for clarifying this. This is also an energy of waiting. In the traditional depiction, it shows a farmer staring at their crops, kind of analyzing the results of the yield, right? So, yeah, the moon. There's something mysterious about this. The moon represents the hidden things, the shadowy things. That might be why it's not feeling very clear to me what kind of offer this is. A lot of times whenever the moon shows up, it's because it's something we're not meant to know. It's kind of like a surprise from the universe, which surprises can be fun. So yeah, and then we still have the Ace of Wands underneath the moon, so it does seem like a very fun surprise. Hello, welcome to the live stream. This is my first one. Thank you for the sub. Much appreciated. I'm having a lot of fun with this, so hopefully you guys are enjoying it too. Yes. So one thing I am seeing about this Knight of Pentacles is that it is a very stable energy with the Seven of Pentacles. This is like investment, right? This is willingness to wait and see things play out in their time, in their season. And then also very balanced, Two of Pentacles. So I think you can count on this being a very stable offer that's coming towards you. And on some level surprising in some way, which is exciting. Here, let me grab some, let's do nouns for this Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, value. Once again, it's this idea of like they're bringing something valuable towards you. Cast and haircut. Could this be an old person? Let's find out. Whatever this is, it seems like they are, with cast, it's giving me this idea of like a role, like in a play or a theater, you know, like the cast. And then haircut, so it's this idea of like you being put in a valuable position, like you're being cast in a valuable role of some kind. I don't know what that means for you, but let's see. Is this an old person or a new person? Someone known or unknown? I don't think we're allowed to know. I think this is meant to be a surprise. You had the Four of Cups, contemplation. Let's see. What else can we know about this? Four of Wands, celebration. Yeah, it's a surprise. You're going to have to sit with this for a while. The Four of Cups is like a waiting energy. But whatever this is, you know, it's cause for celebration. Four of Wands. Celebratory energy there. Yeah. Yeah, so you might be changing your appearance in some way related to this this value proposition. Yeah, it's really weird. It's like we're not allowed to know. This is meant to be a surprise for you. So hi, Erica. It started off as a collective, and then I've kind of just been answering questions in the chat. So just to give you an idea of what it started out was, we started with this saying, where there's smoke, there's fire. And then I had, the first image I pulled was of a cell phone. So there's this idea of like communication of something surprising, like a fire, or kind of like an alarmed communication in some way. And then we also had started off with this energy of relationships. There has been a lot of relationships ending so far, just from the questions in the chat, and just being in this period of transition. Tower. Yeah. And this is, you know, I just realized where there's smoke, there's fire, and then the Tower card. This is like the perfect card for that saying. So yeah, there's some massive transformations around communication, and communication has a lot to do with relationships, right? Like Gemini. Gemini is the twins, right? It's this idea of the other, communicating with the other. Let's see. May I have a card pulled from my career, if possible? 27, but never worked because never focused in that area, but think I now have to start. Okay, yeah. I do think you are going to get an offer for related to work, just based on this Knight of Pentacles energy that was coming through. But let's see. Yeah, Eight of Wands. So swift moving energy. You can see it says progress on this particular Eight of Wands. This is like very fast moving energy. So you may feel very amped up to go and find a career for yourself around this time. But also, because of that, there's this energy around you of possibility, right? Let's see. Yeah, fulfillment. The world. I'm getting the world is your oyster, right? There's so many opportunities out there. And this is also a major cycle completion, so you just had a big ending, right? So this is your opportunity to kind of start anew. Seven of Swords. Deception. Yeah, so it's funny, this is kind of going with the words I have on the screen right now. Vanish, trick, communication. So it might be kind of tricky. There may be a lot of things out there that are not what they seem. I can attest to that because I have myself been looking for a new job. And it has not been easy, that's for sure. And then, let's see. The moon, yes. So the Valley of Shadows, right? This is that energy of not really knowing, things being murky. So once again, this is kind of saying the same thing we saw. There is a figure, this Knight of Pentacles, whoever this is, it's going to be a surprise, but they're going to come in with an offer, a stable offer that has something to do with work for you. They're going to cast you in some kind of role, and there may be a change in your appearance related to this. Maybe you dress differently, or, I'm not sure. But there's definitely value associated with this. But once again, it just keeps saying we're not allowed to know. So I know it's not very helpful when it comes through that way. We all want clarity, but sometimes, like I said, the universe just wants to surprise you. Because life is more fun with surprises, right? When we don't know everything. So I wish I could give you a clear message, but it's just not in the energy. We're not allowed to know, I'm sorry. Okay. Could I get a message from my guides, please? I've got a pending situation in regards to my stability. Yes, yeah, this energy has been all about shaking up foundations and stability, right? Big changes. So definitely I will ask your guides if they will pull anything through. What I'm going to do is start with some nouns for you. Before I get into yours, Erica, Arpita, timing is hard when you're reading energy, when you're reading tarot. Because humans have free will and every decision that we make kind of affects the outcome of everything else around us, timing is really hard to get down, so I don't know. What I can tell you is Knight of Pentacles is the slowest moving knight, so it might be a little while before this happens for you. But because it's a very slow moving energy, it's a dependable energy. It's not in a rush. It's not needing answers right away. It's very methodical and thought through. It's like an earnest offer. So it's worth the wait is what I'm trying to say. Okay, let me move on to Erica's question here. So from Erica's guides, please can you give us some nouns related to a message for Erica? Okay, water, maid, bell. So we are definitely dealing with some emotions here, some deep internal emotions with water and maid, but there's this cleansing energy coming through with bell, like the ringing of a bell, right? It's a very peaceful, I'm imagining a tiny little bell with a nice ring to it, so it's this peaceful energy coming through. Let's see here. Also this idea of cleansing, right, with water and bell, it's like this refreshing energy. And maid, usually when feminine energy comes through, it's about nurturing ourselves and taking care of ourselves and, taking time to slow down and refresh. So let's see here. For Erica's stability, what can we get? Oh, you're welcome. Thank you, Arpita, for being in the chat. I really enjoyed reading for you. Okay, Erica, you are going to be my last that I pull cards for before I end the stream, just because I think I've been going for about an hour and a half now. So Let's see. So on the bottom, we have 10 of Wands. I can see that you have had a really heavy burden on you that has reached some kind of completion here. Let's go a little deeper. 3 of Cups. Yeah, so here's that water energy coming through. There's going to be a reason to celebrate a coming together, maybe with some close friends or family. King of Swords, endurance. I'm feeling this may be another person around you. Somebody who is in a very stable position and they're communicating something, something to you. 6 of Swords, yeah, about a transition. So what I'm seeing here is there is a change in communication, which this has been the energy since I started this reading, you know, the Lovers. It's been all about this relationship to others and the way we communicate with each other. So there has definitely been some kind of burden that has resolved, at least in some part. And it seems like it was a good ending on some level. You have 6 of Wands right underneath that victory. But it left you with some questions. 4 of Cups. This is I like to think of it as the meditation card. Kind of, maybe you're feeling, you know, maybe there was victory related to this ending, but it also left you feeling a little uneasy, unstable, wondering, you know, why am I feeling this way whenever the outcome is apparently good, you know? Let's see. I would like to know, who is this King of Swords here? See. 8 of Pentacles. This might have something to do with work. This could be a boss or somebody in a position of authority over you in some way. Either way, they have something to say to you. Let's see. Something good. It's going to make you feel good, satisfied. Get one more. Yeah, they have something to say. It's gonna bring some kind of realization, some kind of truth to you. Yeah, I mean, 3 of Cups, Ace of Swords. You have a reason to celebrate based on something they're gonna tell you. If they haven't already told you, I'm not sure the timing of this, but yeah, overall, it seems like this this change in the energy for you is a positive thing. We do have some defensiveness coming up on the bottom with the 7 of Wands. This is like the standing your ground, kind of protecting your energy card. So there is this idea of not being overwhelmed again, right? Maybe you were in a previous role where you had too much responsibility, too much energetic, you know, loads on you, and now you've been able, there's been some kind of relief, and there's this idea of not letting that happen again, right, with the 7 of Wands. But it seems like, once again, whoever this King of Swords is for you, they have something to share with you that is very good. Do you have any follow-up on that, Erica? I am going to get you some verbs just for advice here. Let's see, verbs for Erica. Pending divorce after 27 years marriage due to third party of his part. I'm sorry to hear that. I'm assuming then that with this Eight of Pentacles, I don't know, maybe you guys had a business together or something? Eight of Pentacles is a card of work. I'm not really sure. But here, let me get some advice for you really quick. Been withholding financial support. Oh, okay. So interestingly, on this particular Eight of Pentacles, you can see at the bottom, it says attainment. So I have a feeling, because the Six of Swords is showing up with this King of Swords, which I assume is your husband, your ex, and there's Six of Swords is about transition, moving to calmer waters. So it seems like he's changing his mind about something related to this Eight of Pentacles. And it's a good outcome for you, right? Nine of Cups. Some people call this the wish fulfillment card. But yeah, on your verbs we have detect. So obviously you said it was a third-party situation, and that has been detected. Double, yeah. So for double, I mean, obviously I'm thinking, you know, like double timing, like playing you, kind of like he had two partners, right? But I did ask for advice. Business account is not accessible to me currently. Oh, okay, yeah. Okay, yeah, it seems like that might change then. And that's, you know, I'm seeing now what you said with a third party, that might be what this Three of Cups is about. On a different level, right? This doesn't mean that you won't have reason to celebrate still. Because the cards do seem to be indicating some kind of communication, some kind of realization on his part, to where you might have access to these funds, right? Attainment. And I see finally here you have push. So with double and push as the advice, I'm almost getting that whatever this communication is coming from him, you might need to push a little bit on it and say maybe something like, that's not enough. You know, double it, you know. I'm not, you know, obviously I don't know all the details of your situation, but that does seem to be coming through, that like, don't just settle for anything, but to kind of push the boundaries there and get what you deserve from this ending, right? This Tower. Yeah. I am curious to see what figure comes for you here. Let's see. Ah, footprint. Evidence. This is evidence right here. It's like, you know how you can see tracks in the sand or the snow? It's like you're seeing the footprints. Let's see. Financially supporting the third party and withdrawing from the business account and hiding it in a different account. Oh, wow. Yeah. Well, what I would say is, if you do have evidence of this, which it seems like you might, to thoroughly document it, and, you know, as you're going through the legal proceedings of the divorce, that will give you a foothold, right? It will give you support in attaining the money that you need to support yourself, right? Nine of Cups, satisfaction. There is definitely here, there is a positive outcome for you, is what I'm seeing in the cards. Wow, yeah, I can't believe how relevant this saying was, where there's smoke, there's fire. I mean, this is just like, for your situation especially, I mean, yeah, you found it out, what was going on. This bell is also giving me on a different lens, like an alarm, right? It's like you heard the bell ring, you heard the signal, right? Like something's not right, something's off. There was another woman. You probably sensed this, right? With water coming through, water is a very like psychic thing. Our emotions tell us things before we know them, right? So you probably sensed this well before you were consciously aware of it. Ooh, that's a fun question. Does the third party have access to the funds he's hiding? Let's see. Okay, we have Knight of Swords, motivation. It seems like they are motivated to find out with the swords, right? That's about knowing, conscious knowing, communication. So let's see, what else can we know? Do they have access to these funds? Oh, she's a Cancer. Yeah, could be. Yep. Here, let me just pull some. 1, 2, 3. Page of Wands. Page of Wands on the bottom. I'm not sure, but there may be a child involved in this situation. Usually, sometimes the pages can show up as children. Let's see. Okay, so we have the Star, Page of Cups, Knight of Pentacles. So we have 2 pages out now. These don't necessarily have to be children, but they could be. So 2 kids maybe involved. I'm thinking yes. With the Star, it seems like yes, this person does have access. Because the Star is like, you know, looking at a star, right? It's bright. It's revealing, right? It's, yeah. There's nothing held back. It's just like the brightness of the star. Like, is she pregnant? Let's see. Well, you know, I don't even know if I need to pull cards for that question, because the star, you can see at the bottom there, it says creativity. And then we have 2 pages, right? I feel like there could be the potentiality that she is pregnant. You know what? We have the Tower again underneath. With 9 of Swords. I mean, here, let me just ask straight up just to get clarity. Is there pregnancy involved in this situation? Okay, nothing's popping out, but let's just draw 3. Ace of Cups on the bottom. So that's kind of a yes right off the bat. We have the King of Wands. To me, this is like virility, right? Like the potential to impregnate somebody. The High Priestess. It's a very inner card, right? Interior, inner knowing, into 8 of Swords, restriction. The cards seem to be suggesting that, yes, there may be a pregnancy involved here, but there's some, I don't know, there's something weird about it. Like there's, maybe they don't know yet with the High Priestess. This is like secrets, right? Or things that are hidden. And with the 8 of Swords, it's like mentally it is not consciously known, right? It is mentally restricted at this time. But then we have the King of Wands, which is a very like creative energy. That's why I was saying like fertility, right? Like the ability to procreate. And then with the Ace of Cups on the bottom and the Queen of Cups, yeah. Oh, that might be why they're... Okay, you've got a 9-year-old son with him. That might be why 2 pages were showing up. The 9-year-old, and then potentially there may be a new child. That could also explain a little bit more about this footprint. To me, it almost looks like a childish footprint. It's very kind of like compressed, like a little baby's foot. Oh, thank you, 𝕃𝕚𝕟𝕤𝕤. Thank you for being here. It was fun reading for you. Take care. Here, let's see. I'm going to get you some different nouns here, just in relation to this potential pregnancy. Spirit, what can we know about this? Juice, downtown underwear. Okay. Yeah. I mean, these words are also suggesting to me they're kind of yeah. They're a little bit visceral, right? Like juice, downtown underwear. Yeah. All right. So I am going to have to run, but I'll get you, I want to pull you some advice from my Mushroom Spirit Oracle deck here. These cards have wonderful advice on a lot of them, so let's see. Okay, this one's interesting. So we have blue pink gill, number 18, rarity. So let me read you the definition for this. So this is in, hold it up here, inedible poisonous mushroom, featured on the New Zealand $50 note, a small blue mushroom native to the country. It can be found in the forest through New Zealand, residing among the leaf litter of broadleaf or podocarp trees. With such a distinctive cobalt blue, it is truly a sight to see. Blue in nature is a rare sight, and blue pigment even rarer. Plants don't normally exhibit blue in nature and generally have no blue pigment in them to create the blue color. The color is created by their structure, which reflects the blue light wave, giving the impression that it is blue. The blue pink gill, on the other hand, actually has 3 azulene pigments that make up its stunning color. Let's see. Scientists are not sure why the mushroom needs to be blue because generally everything has a reason. It seems the mushroom has chosen blue for a reason we are yet to determine. It may be that herbivores are not attracted to blue and therefore leave the mushrooms alone, but there may be other reasons. So the meaning. Being a rarity doesn't necessarily mean that people fail to notice you. In fact, it can be quite the opposite, as seen in the blue pink gill. Standing out can be beautiful when you look different from everything around you. Everyone serves a purpose, even if you don't understand what it is yet. Your purpose may be big, it may be small, but size doesn't equate to bigger and better. The simple act of seeing the beauty in what is in front of you has an effect on the larger scale. Do you know what your purpose is? Do you see the beauty in your rarity? For there are incredibly complex pieces that make up your whole. Rarity is beautiful, and rarity is not always unique. There will always be others just like you, so you can still find your tribe. By being rare, you deter what you don't want finding you. You stand untouched by those who would normally try to take you down. You go unnoticed to some, but noticed to others. Blue was always a hard color to come by in olden days, and therefore something only royalty could obtain. What is your uniqueness, and how can you utilize it to stand out in a sea of the same? Stand tall and proud, and enjoy being something special. Yeah, so... yeah, it sounds like you're going through a really difficult time right now, and I'm so sorry to hear that. But yeah, Spirit is coming through with, don't forget how rare, unique, and beautiful you are. Your people are out there. The ones who won't treat you like garbage, they're out there. So, yeah. I'm going to have to close it out, but thank you so much for joining the live stream and letting me read for you. I really hope that it has given you some clarity, some help, support. Yeah. And I wish the best for you in this situation, truly. It does seem like you are going to have a nice outcome as things progress, but yes. All right. With that said, I'm going to end the live stream here. So as always, yeah, take care of yourselves, keep your heart open. Bye.